Got passion for high-performance vehicles? What if you could turn it into a six-figures car tuning business? In today's episode, we're going to find out everything about that from the founder of Sheepey Race, Soto. Sheepey Race went from Alex making Honda parts in his home garage back in 2013 to being featured in big publications like Motor Trend and Super Street. And that's not all. They're on track to top $7 million in revenue at the end of this year.
Oh, my budget was low. I mean, I was stressed out about it.
What's been a successful form of marketing for you? Alex also runs a YouTube channel with more than 130,000 subscribers. We're going to talk about how that's helped him increase sales. We'll also discuss how much it cost him to start his business, how he develops these amazing products, and how he's been able to consistently grow his revenue year after year. What has the highest profit margin in your business, and what has the lowest profit margin?
It has brought me probably 70% of my business this year.
Wow. We're excited to hear what Alex has to say, and I hope you guys are too. Let's go meet Alex. All right, you guys, we're here with the owner of Sheepey Race, Alex Soto. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
Let's start with your story and how you ended up starting Sheepey Race and why.
Oh, well, I mean, it was kind of an accident. Kind of just fell into it. I started Sheepey Race out of my garage in 2011, just making turbo manifolds for Hondas. And it was just something to kind of do a side hustle, make some extra money. And
Nice.
then it led into being profitable, starting my first shop in 2014. And yeah, it was just a very quick snowball effect.
Did you know cars beforehand when you got into it, or?
Yeah, I knew Hondas. I started with Hondas. I've always been into motorsports since I was a kid. And then I
So
kind of
cool.
developed motorsport stuff with Hondas and pushing the limits of the four-cylinder, making a lot of horsepower, and then saved my money and transitioned into the Lambo stuff. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you kind of evolved into where you are today, but if we were to look at a budget, what did that look like when you got started?
So I got my first building. It was 1,000 square feet. No, it was like 1,200 square feet. It was $900 of rent. Oh, my budget was low. I mean, I was stressed out about it.
That was years back too. I guess, why don't we transition into today? If somebody who's looking to start what you're doing,
You can't start what I'm doing. It doesn't work that way.
it doesn't work that way. How does it work?
The people that do what we do, it takes years of going from one style of car to another to build the reputation and the knowledge. You
Makes
can't
sense.
just wake up and say, I'm going to start an exotic race shop. I'll tell you this, people have tried. Now, you could have the right people. It's years of knowledge and reputation. Like, you can't just jump in and say, have this 20,000 square foot facility with all these tools and expect
Right.
people to come through the door. They're going to Google you. They want to know where you came from, how you started.
Right. We're talking millions of dollars too. I mean,
Yes. I mean, this operation now probably costs $100,000 a month to run.
Let's talk about marketing for this business, for somebody looking to get into the similar business. What's been a successful form of marketing for you?
Well, I kind of fell into the era these days of social media.
Okay.
So I mean, clearly,
It's a big one.
any generation, I feel every generation has its big boom, right? As far as what works for marketing for them. Ours is social media. Having a good media team is key. Being relevant, right? Everybody's, as much as there's pros and cons to, a lot of people spend time on their phones.
Right.
So it's being able to be seen by the eye on a day-to-day basis. So having a full-time media staff has really been a really good thing for us.
At what point in the business did you get them on board as far as a media
So
team?
I ran media. We did well. I kind of did my social media stuff myself up until early last year when I hired somebody to start that full time, being more professional with images. And no matter what we post, the images are always high quality, high resolution images. And it's really, I mean, back then I had like 100,000 followers on Instagram. Now we have over 400,000.
Right.
And I feel that's been growing very fast because of our social presence.
So we're standing in front of your office, your building. You got 1, 2. Give us a tour of really the whole process, what it looks like. Mind if we step in?
Yeah. So, office is always kind of messy.
It's
Full-time
something's
dad
happening.
with a car seat.
She's there.
Alonzo's office, he kind of runs the whole show. Sales guy's office. Shipping area, we ship a lot of production stuff.
Okay.
So these are all new manifolds for the Lambo stuff that we just got in from development.
How long did it take you to develop these, Alex?
3 months.
3 months, okay.
Yeah. A lot of flow analysis and
Wow.
stuff like that.
Does that happen in the U.S. or you're outsourcing internationally? Who's doing all this work?
Big Formula One team in Dubai.
Formula One Dubai.
Yeah. So tech areas, cars being ripped apart. That room is just a fabricating room for all the cutting and stuff like that. The other building is just a storage building for cars that are not being worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So, 4 full-time fabricators, 2 assistants for the fabricators, 3 techs, and then 1 shipping guy, 2 sales guys, general manager.
Okay.
And then 1 guy that operates the dyno, but he's not here today.
You also have a YouTube channel with more than 130,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
How has that helped your business continue to grow, new customers, or really how are you utilizing that? What are your tips for somebody who wants to maybe do the same?
YouTube,
Right.
I was against it.
You were against it.
To this day, I'm still kind of like,
We're big fans of it.
I have no time. So like my marketing team is like, you have to film. Like, I don't want to film. I have no time. But where it's really helped is the individual that can financially afford one of these cars. Most of the time, they're not going to go read on forums. They're going to Google.
Right.
YouTube's going to come up. So if I have a video that explains how a turbocharger system works, how our packages work, it has brought me probably 70% of my business this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge number.
Huge. So it's a catch-22. It's great, but it takes so much time out of me. But I have to figure it out. Now, lately, I've actually started a YouTube channel for the Latin America community.
Okay.
That one in a week got 100,000 subs.
Wow.
Just because.
I saw that video. You mentioned it.
Yeah. So my Spanish channel actually has more subscribers than my English channel. So I have to, when I film, I have to film both.
English version,
Spanish
redo
version.
everything in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So is that following here local, or do you think it's really global, worldwide?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. What's a typical day for you running this business? Can you walk us through it?
Wake up and get my coffee to begin with.
Okay, that's a
and
big
then
one.
kind of just do a walkthrough through the shop, the office, kind of see who needs my help as far as all that goes. Get the plan going for all my techs, my fabricators, sales teams, and then we talk about marketing structure of what we're doing marketing that day, what we're going to present to the world. Then I have my customers of past cars that I build that right now my phone is blowing up with about I have to go and pull logs and review how their cars are running.
Wow.
Answer emails, business meetings.
Are you moving around a lot? Can you share on that?
I stay moving. I'm running around like crazy all the
Because
time.
you mentioned playing here, playing that. One moment you're here, one moment
Yeah,
you're
I don't
there.
ever sit down. I used to have a big office in the front, and now I kind of give my office to my general manager because I'm never in there. You know, I have my laptops, and I'm always adjusting. I'm in charge of all the electronic stuff to making sure the cars run good. So I always have my laptop, always reviewing data logs, plugging into cars, seeing how they're driving, you know, that kind of stuff.
What are your operating costs on a monthly basis? Can you,
I mean,
break that down for us?
Overhead and insurances and payroll and everything. I mean, we're close to 100 a month.
That's a serious number, you guys.
Yeah, it is a serious number. It's a scary number. You know, because at the end of the day, my biggest responsibility, you know, at first it was just me and one other guy, right? When we started the shop, we just got to make our paychecks. But now, you know, I have staff of 14 people. 14, okay. And, you know, and they all live well. They all have families. So I have 14 families that I'm responsible for.
Right.
So it's not more just taking care of myself, but also making sure that I'm able to keep the profits going to be able to sustain all my employees. The last thing I ever want to do is sit down and say, I can't afford you, right? So it's,
right. And I would imagine you pay them well.
Yeah.
They enjoy what they do.
Yeah, everybody
Real
loves what they
experts.
do here. It's a cool environment, you know, and it's time to work and hustle. We hustle.
For sure.
But what we do is very different. You know, it's a rare thing.
As far as profit margin, Alex, what has the highest profit margin in your business, and what has the lowest profit margin? Selling products, service, tuning?
I mean, our Sheepey Tune brand is clearly a very profitable one. Merchandise, they all profit pretty well. The smallest profit ones are going to be like the Honda and the Mitsubishi turbo kits and intercoolers. Those are the lowest profit margins because you can't put a crazy price tag to them. The market's so flooded with that stuff by other manufacturers.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Switching gears here, what's a good day for you on average? I mean, you've been at this for a while, but dollar-wise, what's a good day? What would you say is a bad day? If that's
Dollar-wise? What do you mean?
If that's even a relevant question
It's
for
not
you.
a relevant question because these things are not like a website or, I mean, like I do have multiple businesses now. So on this particular business, a week is getting 2 cars out a week.
2 cars a week. Okay. What is that translation to dollar-wise? Are you able to share that with us? On average. 2 cars out a week, 100 grand, 200 grand.
150 to 200.
Wow. What's one piece of advice that you want to give to those people who want to get into the same industry, same business? The real deal.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's not all butterflies and rainbows how the internet makes it seem. You can't just jump in and do this. That's the thing. It's very, very, very stressful. I'm 34 and I got more gray hair than my dad. Like, it's bad.
If you guys have any comments on that, comment below. See what you're doing. But that's a real deal answer, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this high-octane video. What an amazing story for Alex to start in his home garage and build this very successful business. If you haven't taken a second, make sure you do that right now to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and check out part 2. The link is in the description below, or hit the thumbnail.